So let's go to the next story. This is one about some rogue. We've talked about rogue Wi-Fi access points before, but maybe not in this context. So, and it sounds like somebody's got some interesting software out there to help with this problem. Can you tell us a little bit about this one, Jim?
Yeah, I saw this article on the on Tripwire's blog, and it was actually written by Graham Cluley, and who's a blogger that I read fairly frequently. The evil twin rogue wireless access point problem is one that's been around for a while. Basically, somebody sets up an access point that pretends to be an access point that users are familiar with. Say in the enterprise, it uses the same name as the legitimate ones, but operates on a different channel, or even clones the BSS ID or whatever. The tool that Graham mentioned in this blog post is called Evil AP Defender, and it's a tool that's out there on GitHub. You can get the source code for it, and basically it's designed to initially help you discover potentially rogue access points in your enterprise. It will look for things like an AP with a different BSS ID, or with the same BSS ID as legitimate ones, but with running on different channels or using different cipher suites or different authentication. As a tool for monitoring, this is a good thing. If you can alert your network ops folks that somebody has got a rogue access point in your enterprise, then you can go out and knock it down. Now, the other side of it is this Evil AP Defender has a counterattack feature, and that's the one that there are some people who question the fighting back, but basically it's got a feature that would allow you to launch a denial of service attack back against the rogue access points, so to potentially try to knock them off the air. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about that part of it, but the tools to recognize the rogue access points, I think, is a very useful tool in a lot of enterprises. Whenever you're accessing, critical assets over Wi-Fi, you ought to be using VPN anyway, so that even if the bad guys, can sniff your traffic, all they're getting is the encrypted stuff, and they're not actually able to steal anything or inject anything.
Right.
True.
Yeah,
This
having
topic
end-to-end.
was actually on a recent episode of CSI Cyber. That exactly this.
Yes, it was actually. Yeah.
That exactly this issue, and they had a tool that, as you described, Jim, that actually would help you, detect the presence of this rogue access point. Now, they didn't have a strategy for detecting it. I think I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen this episode, but they had a different trick for figuring out where exactly the rogue access point was.
Yeah, they had some convoluted logic, I think, as to sort of suss it out, just guessing. Well, the show is, I'm watching it, and I'm committed at this point. I watched the first few episodes, and I know I texted a whole bunch of friends, and I said, I cannot believe they put this in a television show, not because it was accurate, but because it was so inaccurate.
Right,
But
right.
there's a certain amount of it that they get right that keeps me hooked, and I keep going back and saying, maybe they'll do this one right, and maybe they'll be. But then I also have a good laugh at the things they get horribly wrong.
Right. Well, they got to add interest and drama,
It's true.
It's not really that exciting like what we do necessarily when we go back to our desk. It's certainly not television worthy, but except for this show, which is the greatest. But,
Yeah, well, they managed to solve all of their crimes in 48 minutes.
oh God, yeah, I wish it was that simple.
without any
48 minutes.
process, which is great. And then the one where they tamper with at least one of the people on that show should have gone to jail by now. We'll just say that without spoiling things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, well.
We've segued a little bit here, but still, hey, it's worth checking out. And not that we're, necessarily recommending shows to watch. I haven't watched it myself, but it sounds interesting. So maybe some viewers would be interested in checking it out as well.